Nick, we're a ways in right now. What surprised you so far about the team, the way things have gone to this point in the big picture?
Well, I mean, Boucher's performance the other night was probably surprising, that it was so lengthy and dominant for stretches. You know, I mean, yeah. I shouldn't, other than that, Jonesy, really nothing. I mean, you kind of come in here and you don't really know these guys. There's a lot of young guys. I mean, I've been around long enough to realize it was going to be, it was gonna be a little shaky. It was gonna be a little shaky, but we were gonna have to stay with it a little bit, and we were gonna have to figure out who played what position, and I just don't know enough about them. Even Boucher, like after game one, I was like, I think he's a 5-man on this team, right? He's a 5. He's even though he doesn't have much bulk to him, he's a center that can pop every now and then and shoot and block shots and roll to the rim, and so we found a position for him. We started playing Jordan Lloyd at the 1 a little bit. We thought he was a 2. So we're kind of moving pieces around and learning them.
Do you think they've figured it out as much as you have? I mean, when I look at 0-3 and then the way things went in the last game, particularly after a really slow start, how much have they figured it out, and you kind of worked on that together?
Yeah, I mean, I think we progressed the whole time. Up against it a little bit younger maybe than most of the teams we played in the first part, and also I think a few of those teams like OKC, like that was like their whole D-League team. That team had played together like a whole season, right? And we had like 2 days before we played them or whatever. So there was certainly some just growing pains there, and again, we kind of expected it and didn't get too excited about it either way, and just kind of kept plugging and kept working and kept teaching. And for me, Jonesy, that's been the most important part. My staff is here, most of them, we're still working on a couple, but we're growing and learning, and they've done a great job, the coaching staff.
Yeah. The development part of it, I mean, I look at a guy like OG, and he's making offensive moves, and you watch him during the season, and it's like, wait, hey, you can really see what's going on. How much has that kind of impressed you?
Well, it's been part of the plan a little bit, right? Again, we hoped that he would. He came here and he didn't look that great in the first one because he's trying a bunch of new things, and then he looked a little bit better, and then he looked a little bit better, and we're kind of coming and going with the stuff. I mean, for me, it's important that he adds some specific things. Like to me, he can add, like right now in an NBA game, that we can get him out and get a couple transition buckets. He's not a transition bucket maker, and we've seen a few here, that we can get him inside on a mismatch on a post up, that he can score that, and he can get a putback or two, and he can get to the line maybe 1 or 2 more times, and all of a sudden you've added 5, 6, 7, 8 points to his game, right? And it isn't these ISO one-on-one spectacular loop-de-loop plays. It's just solid things he can do that we need to incorporate into his game. Right. So we can do that. We can do this loop-de-loop stuff a couple years from now, maybe.
What does a successful end to this part of summer look like for you?
Summer league? Yeah, we just keep playing good. I mean, we don't. You don't know if you're going to win or who you're going to play or whatever. We want to win, man. We're going to play, and hopefully we grow some more. Just keep playing, move the ball a little better, guard a little harder, and fight like heck.
The game the other night kind of reminded me of a phrase that you use frequently. You just kind of keep playing. The slow start, and you kept playing, and by the end, you guys had figured it out.
Yeah, and that's kind of the theme of the summer league, right? Let's learn while we go, and just stay with it. No highs and lows, and if there is, let's kind of treat them the same and just keep on playing.